You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people. And we the people are waking up, and we know what citizen's arrest is, because citizen's arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested for crimes against humanity.
The problem with humanity today is ignorance, arrogance, and apathy. Keep taking the road of least resistance. Keep listening to the TV brainwashing you from birth.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
I really have many question marks about your degrees and what you really know. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't think that you are worthy of your credentials. And I would ask suggestively that you go back to school and get educated.
I don't know if many of you have seen that video yet, but the first time I saw it, first of all, I found it humorous. But then when you begin to really deep it, you start to realize that what we've just seen is a small portion of people representing many thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people exactly like them that just see no point at all in wearing a mask. I personally thought that it was a common sense thing to do. Like when you're in a public space with loads of people there, you're protecting yourself as well as other people around you. So are you telling me, well, I need to sit up in my chair so I can feel like I'm thinking properly when I say this. Look, please, someone tell me if I'm just misunderstanding something here. But are you telling me that you would rather step outside into a public environment without protection, risking your life? Let's not even put the matter of other people's lives into the equation yet. Let's just talk about yourself first. You yourself are outside where this whole virus thing is spreading, and there are some people that are asymptomatic, so you won't even know that they've been infected, and you don't want to wear a mask because it's oxygen you want to breathe instead. Like, I know the mask doesn't completely 100% protect you from getting the virus, but it decreases your chance of doing so. So unless I'm missing the devil in the details here, that is what I'm hearing these people say. They would rather increase their chances of dying because they want to breathe in more oxygen. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but at least make your opinion make sense and maybe more people can take you seriously.
If you look at what's happening elsewhere in the world, where people have been coming out of lockdown, I'm afraid what you're also seeing is people taking too many liberties with the guidance, mingling too much, not observing social distancing. Some parts of the world, I won't name them, but you've got spikes, really serious spikes in the incidence of the disease. So it's crucial that people understand that on July the 4th, we get this right. And we do this in a balanced way.
Boris Johnson is another joke, man. I actually used to rate Boris, when he was Mayor of London. Then Boris Bites came in clutch a couple of times. But him as a PM, Prime Minister, it's looking a bit rough. He probably contradicts himself every other time there's a camera in front of him. And I honestly do not know what the guy is expecting to happen on the 4th of July. Let's be honest here quickly. We're probably going to see people crowding in public spaces and beaches again. He himself has seen the images and footage of people doing so. So I don't understand why he's trying to convince himself that this won't happen again. It will. Like, I can unfortunately promise you that it will happen again. Unless him and his government can implement more measures to help limit the spread, in the end, people are essentially going to do what they want to do. The government has little control unless they pass laws or whatever that legally restricts people from doing whatever they want to do. If better measures were taken when all this started, well, maybe we won't be in the position that we're in now. But anyway, let me just end this little complaint on some good news. So a study by Oxford, big up Oxford. I was obviously too intelligent for them to accept me, but we move. They came in with a study claiming that less Roni patients were dying compared to the peak. So that's good news to see and hear. It seems like we're obviously making some advancements there in terms of treatments. And also this could be down to seasonal effects, I read. I remember when some people were saying that the virus would go away in the summer because the heat would kill them off or something. I don't know if there's necessarily any truth to that. I'm kind of leaning more towards the myth side of things, but I guess we'll just see. Alright, so let's take a look at my portfolio. This is going to be very quick because we probably all know that the market fell off a cliff this week, so you know the reasons why most of my stocks are down. So as you can see, I'm still in the green, which is obviously a good sign. I'm literally getting carried by PayPal, but I won't complain. So I think my biggest winner this week was Spotify again. So this was helped by a reiteration of a buy rating from a Goldman Sachs analyst called Heath Terry. He changed his target price from $205 to $280. And the reason he mentions for this is around the acquisitions that Spotify have made, especially with Joe Rogan and Kim Kardashian. He believes that these podcasts will help to differentiate Spotify from its rivals. And I guess the only rival that Spotify has at the moment is Apple. And I think as a whole, Apple haven't really been innovative, especially over the last couple of years. So yeah, I think Spotify overall is a better platform in terms of streaming music, and especially when it comes to podcasts as well. Another article that I read this week was by Jim Cramer. Well, he didn't write it, but it's about him anyway. This guy's actually a clown. I love him. He mentioned that Spotify is kind of following the same path as Netflix in terms of their original content. So in 2011, as you can see here, Netflix started to produce their own original content. The first of which I believe was House of Cards, which I've never watched before. I'll probably watch it. Actually, let me not lie. I'll probably never watch it in my life. I don't even know what it's about. Is it like politics or something? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Spotify obviously have been doing their thing with podcast and trying to push that out. And since Netflix had done their own original content in 2011, they've seen a return of about 1,400%. So if Spotify can wrap their head around this and kind of be their own standout platform, I don't know, maybe we might be looking at another similar growth prospect. Obviously, in order for Spotify to achieve the type of growth that Netflix has, they'd have to increase their subscriber count year on year. And I think what they're doing right now in terms of trying to push out all these podcasts and trying to get exclusive content, I think they're on the right path. So it's looking promising for them, and which is why I've invested in Spotify. So hopefully I can be part of this significant growth over the years and just see what happens. Alright, so moving to my biggest loser, which was Carnival, which I don't actually mind. Well, I obviously do mind losing money. I don't ever want to lose money, but in the sense that I know they're a risky stock, I expect them to fluctuate quite drastically this year and even going into next year before they truly return to how they were previously and people are able to safely go on cruises again. So it's not too much of a worry for me at the moment. As I mentioned in pretty much all of my videos, Carnival's a risky stock, so they are allocated to the risky part of my portfolio, which I only assign 5% of my overall pot to. So oh yeah, just before I go, I saw that Gap is teaming up with Kanye West Yeezy brand with the plan of going live in 2021. They're obviously not going to bring over the massive Yeezy footwear collection because Kanye has a deal with Adidas. But yeah, this Gap deal is a 10-year deal with the aim to bring in 1 billion by the 5th year point. I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean, I'm not too familiar with how quickly it can take to generate sales, but I'm sure Gap are going to have to advertise the hell out of this. And obviously Kanye already has a huge platform himself to help promote all of this. But that seems like a lot of money. I even forgot Gap was a thing. So in my eyes, they have to do a lot of work to try and bring up their platform again. But it'll be interesting to see if Kanye can revive Gap. And he actually helped shoot up the stock around 18% on Friday, which is cool. I didn't even know there were public traded instruments, so that was interesting to find out as well. But yeah, all the best to him, and we'll see what he can make out of it. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments and I'll improve for next time. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.